Blimey, that was a drive through the rain, but we've arrived at Vision Tech because today
we're getting the new Horizon roof put in the ID Buzz. But first off, they have a weighbridge here, so we're going to weigh the van. So Vision Tech's unit is based on a farm, and that farm has a ramp to weigh the trucks when they leave. So I drove onto the ramp and headed inside to see what it weighed. Right, so we've got the van on the weighbridge right over there, and it's coming in at 2,300 exactly. You may remember in a previous video I explained why the ID Buzz campervan is failing and how many manufacturers have pulled out of converting it into a camper due to the lack of available payload. So here's the technical data for the ID Buzz Cargo Commerce and the Commerce Plus. You'll see here the gross vehicle weight is 3,000 kilograms, the unladen weight is 2,393 kilograms, so that leaves us with a payload of just 607 kilograms. Now bear in mind we've stripped out the bulkhead, the floor, a lot of the side panels, so we've already stripped out a bit of weight. And we now have a payload of 700 kilograms. Now we're going to have the roof fitted, and let's see what it weighs then.
we've sneaked into one of the workshops, and this is the actual pop top that's going to go onto our Buzz. I'd not considered the fact that it was going to be made first and then just put on hold.
It's going to be ever so strong. This, look, it's all complete metal structure.
Yeah.
I know a few people were saying that actually it would weaken the roof, but it strengthens it.
Yeah, a lot of people were worried about the insurance implications or the safety implications, but these guys know what they're doing. We've chosen them for a reason.
Right. Looks beautiful, doesn't it?
It does.
So this is the paint booth that they paint all the roofs on?
Yeah, and it's a really new facility that they've had. They've been building it over the last few months, and it is fully operational now.
Right.
They don't need to outsource anymore.
Right, that's it, and that's where our roof got painted the other day. So Vision Tech are famous for doing the moulded fiberglass panels for their conversions, which are very, very lightweight.
We were chatting outside about the fact that the last few months they've focused very much on R&D, and sneaking in here we've been able to see different stages of that process. This is some cabinetry that's going to be sent to be turned into a mould, and then they'll be able to fill it with fiberglass. I'm sure there'll be a technical phrase. And then it will have that perfect finish that these guys really are very good at.
And very lightweight.
And very lightweight.
And here is the original ID Buzz that we saw in the last video when we came here. This was their prototype one that they did. And now these roofs are in full production. So if you do want a roof your ID Buzz, there's a link in the description. So I parked it here, they're going to give it a quick rinse off before they take it in. So that's the Buzz clean, then they're going to roll it in a minute. But right over here is the booth that they cut the roofs off in, look. So they'll literally drive it in here, and they can work at the right level to get on top of it and cut that roof off. Now I'm going to leave them some cameras, and hopefully they're going to record them doing this, and hopefully I'll do a time lapse of it as well.
Oh, it's just so exciting. Leaving the van was like leaving a child when they need a medical procedure.
Right.
It's horrible.
Absolutely. But she's in safe hands, and I've left them some cameras, so hopefully we'll get some good footage of them cutting that roof open and putting our new roof in. And we're going to go and back to pick it up on Tuesday of next week. So the guys wasted no time at all in getting the Buzz straight into the area to have the roof cut out. You'll see inside they've stripped out the front seats and masked over the front dash to protect it. They then go about lining the inside walls and floor to protect them. They even cover over the back doors to ensure they're protected too. And finally they make sure everything is taped together with no holes. Next they tape up the outside of the vehicle, firstly with a paper base layer, and then they covered it again with an additional layer of protective plastic and tape that into place. They then cut out a hole in the top where the roof will get fitted and tape around the area so that it's all exposed. And now they lay the final layer of protective PVC in place, taping that up and tucking any excess down the sides. It's fair to say that this prep stage alone is very time consuming, but it ensures the whole vehicle is fully protected from debris and from any hot metal shavings when they make the cuts in the roof. Then the exciting stuff happens. After getting into their protective equipment, they grab the cutting tools and go about cutting out the roof. I must say I was both excited and nervous watching this back, with the sparks flying as they cut the way through my roof, but as you can see from the footage, it's in great hands with the guys at Vision Tech. They're almost through now. One guy's staying inside, another guy heads outside to make some final cuts to the roof. And it's out. Well, the back is anyway. They then carry on cutting out the remaining front section of the roof and tidying up around the edges ready to fit the roof. After masking up around their cut, they put the roof into place, raising it up a little, and then covered their cuts with some anti-rust protection. And then they put a good bead of sealant all the way around the hole. They lowered it down and went around with some large rivets securing it down.
They then went around the roof again with more sealant to finish off the join and to ensure the thing wasn't letting in any water. And then they removed the masking tape to give it a nice clean finish. Once done and everything dried, the next day they took it outside to give it a check for leaks and give it a darn good shampoo down, ready for us to collect.
Right, we are on our way back to pick up the Buzz, and we're really excited, right?
We are, yes.
And look at the leggings Lindsay's chosen to wear. She's going to brighten up everyone's day with them, aren't you?
I've chosen them to match the van.
Right. So a few of you have asked about the name for the Buzz, and currently top of the list for me is Busby. I'm a 70s guy. Busby's the bird that BT had for their adverts, so I thought it was appropriate. And it was certainly more appropriate when we were going for like a yellow or an orange colour, right?
Yes, bright yellow would have been fine. Apparently I don't remember because I'm far too young.
But now we've gone for this this awesome kind of turquoise colour. Can you think of any better names than Busby than that, guys? Get them in the comments.
Maybe it needs to be something a bit more hippie-ish. Ooh. Got trucks coming at me from every direction.
But let us know in the comments what you think we should call it. So there is 50%, we'll put some charge in it and carry on our way.
20 minutes later.
And back to the car. Okay. Wow, we're up to 90%, look at that. Back up to 90, love.
Yay!
Fantastic. Let's hit the road.
Before we go in and have a look at the pop top, one of the things I want to do is address why we've chosen Horizon as our pop top and why we've come to Vision Tech. Now, the first and foremost reason is for safety. Quite a few people in the comments were worried that actually taking the roof out would impact the structural integrity of the van. But the aluminium subframe that is put in with a Horizon roof actually puts in more safety and more stability than is taken out. And then, to be honest, I'm not going to lie, the rest of it is about how it looks. It has the lowest profile that we've seen on any pop-top when it's down, and it's the highest lift when it's up. The shell can be painted any colour you like. We've chosen white because it matches the top of the van, but they've got their own paint booth here, so they can pick any colour you want. They also had a really lovely selection of canvas options for us to choose from. And finally, you can have carpet, or you can go like we did with a fancy Alcantara. I've taken control of the camera because I'm going to film Steve's reaction, because I think that's going to be sweet and lovely and heartwarming.
Oh my days, look at that. It's so high. And I love the colour, how the colour's popping in the lights here.
You ready? I'm going to spin round. Are you ready?
Ta-da! How cool does that look, huh? Look how high it is. That's the highest pop-top roof you can have. Love it, absolutely love it. Should we take a look inside?
Okay, Steve can have the camera back now, so you don't get my wobbliness. Come and have a look inside.
Wow, look at the lights in there and what have you. Of course, it isn't converted yet, so ignore this here. We've had to have the roof done first. That's the number one thing. Look at that.
Yeah, well, from here, you can't actually see how much height you gain when it's up.
Go on, Linz.
That is such an easy mechanism up.
Right, and it's it.
And it's got a fold in the middle as well.
Brilliant.
It's not my name.
So you got plenty of room to stand up in there?
Loads of room.
Right.
I could dance. If I had a cat, I would swing it.
Right, go on, show us it from here. Wow. Look at that.
It's amazing.
There's so much room up here, isn't there?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I wouldn't be able to do it from there because I can't reach. I'm only just reaching here, and it's a backwards pull, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ooh.
There we go.
Go right up to the back corners.
So he's in unzipping it now, and it unzips all the way from the bottom.
And then in these corners,
And there you go.
you've got a popper.
Yeah.
And there's a popper that matches in the roof.
Ah, okay.
And you literally just bring it back to meet that popper.
Yeah.
Pop it to the roof. And the same on that side. And bring that back to meet the roof there.
Yeah.
Once that's done, you can just push it off the Velcro that's on the sides.
Yeah.
And you can grab, start from here, and just roll it up. Nice and tight. There's a strap that goes up in the roof. and the popper that meets out on the outside edge, back there, and that just pops back there like that. And you can do that on either side. Sometimes we leave one side down.
I might need to keep my Prosecco cold.
Yeah,
in the shade of that
exactly,
one.
exactly. But sometimes if you're next to someone, it gives you a bit of privacy as well on the side. Oh, pop that one off. But yeah, and then exactly the same procedure to bring it back down. We leave, these straps do unpop from the inside and on the outside. We unpop them from the outside and leave them hanging on the inside. Never lose them that way, they just stay attached to the roof skin.
You right there, girl?
Yeah. Got to work on my way of climbing up. Hi.
Is it long enough?
I think so. Oh yeah, definitely.
Brilliant.
Look.
Fantastic.
I can't reach the front. It's not quite a roof deck for doing yoga on, but I can definitely see myself in the summer up here with my book and a little cheeky glass of Prosecco.
Right, as Lindsay's attempting to collapse the roof. Go on, girl. Yay.
As I said earlier, we love the low profile look of these horizon roofs, and now we've pulled it down, we can really show you how low down it comes.
Look, you can hardly tell there's a pop top on that, can you? How slick and discreet is that? Perfect.
It's just becoming such an exciting project now.
Right.
More and more, I'm getting excited every time. So we've got one last thing to do before we take her away. We're going to put her back on the weighbridge to find out just how much she weighs. But before we do that, I want to say a huge thank you to Horizon Roofs and the guys at Vision Tech. You guys have been so great to work with. You've been really helpful. I'm going to put a link in the description, so if you're looking for a pop top or a conversion, use that link, have a look. They'll see what they can do. Right. Let's go see what she weighs.
So I jumped in and drove out of the unit and over to the weighbridge. The time has come to see what weight we now got to work with after stripping it back and cutting out the roof. But how much does our Busby now weigh after fitting its new pop top?
Right, let's go and see what it weighs, but it was 2,300 last time before they cut the roof out. Of course, they've cut the roof out and they've put a new roof in. Let's see what it weighs now. Right, moment of truth, guys. Let me spin the camera around. And there she is on the weighbridge. And if we look, it was 2,300 before they cut the roof out, and it's now 2,340. Yay! So there it is. We've got 660 for nights to convert this into a camper van, including Lindsay and I.
I love the fact that we've added 40 kilos in weight, and actually we've made it a much more structurally sound van. I love that. That's fantastic. And it's a lot less than I was expecting it to weigh now. Okay, it is time to leave you here. We're going to take this van tonight for the next stage in the build. See you on the next one.
But this front bit we've been having issues with, and I knew we were going to have issues with it from the start. It's just not staying. Some of you eagle-eyed viewers may have noticed that the grille was white in this video. Well, as Jack predicted, unfortunately the wrap didn't stick too well, so we stripped the grille and took it for the pop top to be fitted. But as soon as we got back, I took it into Al Shaw's in Milton Keynes, where they took the grille off again and painted it a perfect colour match to the turquoise we wrapped the car in.
Thanks, Rob. Thanks, buddy. That's perfect, mate. If you guys are in and around Milton Keynes, you need any paint work, the #1 recommended place would be Al Shaw's.